Mod Light race. Get a lot of cars from surrounding states. I know we got cars coming from Colorado, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, of course, and even some Nebraska cars coming in. We had pretty good turnout last year. I think we had upwards of 90 cars out there. This year we're expecting well over 100. And it's going to be a big race, and you put 20 cars on a 6-mile track, you got your hands full.
And I would imagine a lot of those drivers were coming back from a year ago. They really enjoyed that. I had an opportunity a year ago to interview some of those guys, a couple of guys from Colorado, also one from Tulsa, Oklahoma as well down there. So that it was fun to get their perspective about coming to this facility, and they really think this is one of the better ones around.
And we get that a lot. A lot of people show up to our track, and we do. We have one of the nicest facilities in a 5-state radius, hands down. Everybody, they race all over Oklahoma and Texas, and they come here and just tell us how beautiful and amazing our facility is.
This is not only the fact that it's a big race with all these cars coming in, but depending upon the car count, it's also a big payday for them, too, as well. $1,000 to win in each class.
$1,000 to win in each class. That's according, as long as we get 20 in each class, and we're having 5 big car classes, and then we're having the junior sprints that they're not getting 1,000, of course, but we're going to have a pretty decent payout for them too.
Okay. Well, son of a gun, you guys don't get the big money, huh? What do you think about that?
Well, I want to get some big money.
You want to, huh? We're going to find out what you're going to do on this weekend. Again, Braedon and Bryce, Maddox here. Hey, I want to kick it over here to Ken Seirer. You driving the A-class micro splints, but Ken, let's talk about your career and how long have you been racing out here at Garden City?
This will be my 4th year out here at the track. Started about 3 years ago in a different car, bought a new car this year. I'm real happy with the car. It's done real well. I am currently points leader in the A-class, so I'm obviously happy with the way the car is performing. This will be the 2nd year of the big race. Looking forward to it. Brings in a lot of different drivers. You get to race against guys you don't race against every week. And it's like I said, you're bringing in some of the best drivers out of Oklahoma that race down there all the time. Big money teams where guys are pulling in with semis and things of that nature. A couple cars, a couple motors, things like that. I'm just a typical local racer. I got 1 car and a few spare parts, and much beyond that, I'm out of luck. So
I'll tell you what, we want to give you guys an opportunity to get some promotion out there and try to give the fans out, not only around Garden City, but also around the surrounding area, and in our internet area too as well, to get out there on Friday and Saturday night for this big show, because it's going to be a grand one, as it was last year too as well, and this year looking to make it even better. But is this the only division that you've ever run in, or have you run in some other classes?
This is the only class I've ever ran in.
Okay. Ever had the desire to move to something else? Do you like the open wheel class, or would you ever go to a modified? Would you ever go to a stock car?
Probably not, just because, like I said, it's local. It's relatively affordable for me. I can drive 15 minutes outside of town and have a place to race instead of having to drive, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours a weekend to go somewhere. So for me right now, I got 2 young daughters, and this works out best for me to be able to stay close to home and race.
Okay, very good. All right, the 2 brothers here, Braedon and Bryce Maddox. And Braedon, let's start off with you. You're the older one here. Let's talk about how long you've been racing now.
4 years.
4 years, okay. How about your brother here? Is this his, first or second year?
Third.
Right? 3rd year? Okay. So how competitive are you guys out there on the track? Who wins most of the time?
Me.
Just because he didn't have a faster car, or what?
Yeah.
Talk about what you like about the racing.
I like about the racing it's on dirt. And
you like to race on asphalt?
no.
You don't think so, huh? Okay, what do you like, the sliding through the turns?
Yeah.
Okay. Bryce, how about you? What do you like
fun.
about it? It's just fun, huh? You like to go fast, and you ever run into your brother here?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Does he ever run into you?
No.
No? Talk about how many wins have you had?
A lot.
A lot, huh?
So
you're at the top of the points too as well?
Yeah.
Sean, do you know? I mean, is that?
I'm not sure. I think there's 1 car ahead of him. 2 cars ahead of him. Your second point right here.
Okay. He's second in points right now. How about Bryce? Now
He's in first in points. There's a junior and a older division. There's two separate classes.
So they don't really race against each other then.
They do. In some nights they do race against each other, but if there's enough car count, they race separate classes.
Okay, very good. Now you said, Sean, all the classes are going to be out there on this Friday and Saturday. What are you anticipating on each one that we're going to get?
I'm hoping in between 20 and 30 in each class. Pre-entries that really don't tell a whole lot, but we do. Like last year, pre-entries didn't tell much, and we had almost a full class in every field, which that's over 20 cars per class, and we're running 5 classes. If every class fills up, that's going to be at least 100 cars just in the big cars. That's not counting those small cars. So if we get 25 in each class, I'd say we have 125 cars plus 10 to 15 junior sprints. So we're looking at 140 cars out there this weekend.
Okay, very good, very good. Now you kind of tore your car up here earlier in the year. Did you get it back together?
I got her back together.
Okay, so you're going to be ready for this race today?
I'm not going to be racing. I'm going to help run the race. That way everything goes smoothly.
Okay, so you're not going to give yourself a chance to maybe take home cash dollars, huh?
Well, I'd like to, but it just don't work that well.
No, I know what you mean, especially when you've got this year you've got a whole group of people that are running the racetrack, and it makes a big difference in that. And really, with this amount of people coming in, you really got to make sure that it runs smooth.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's go back over to Ken here a little bit and talk about the successful races that you've had during this last 4 years out here. And you say you're leading the points right now. Talk about some of your best racing, not only on this year, but in the last 3.
Like I said, the first year I raced, I was actually kind of surprised. I was able to actually do well the first year. I think I finished third in points the first year and second in points last year. So done relatively well. Actually, last year I finished, probably only had like 1 feature win. Most of the rest of it just because I top 5 wins, I was able to stay consistent and able to maintain and get second in points. This year, I think I've had probably about 4 feature wins, a few trophy dash wins, and just been able to stay consistent this year and stay on top of points.
Talk about the difference between the A class and the Open. Are you a 600?
They're both considered 600 classes. The Open class is, just like it says, it's open to a lot more things. The motors our motors have to be stock straight out of a motorcycle, 10 square wing, which is the size of the wing, and then no in-cab adjustments. In other words, we can't adjust the wing or anything like that while we're driving. The Open cars, pretty much sky's the limit on the motors, 636 cc's. They can go.
Garden City.
If lunch has gotten to be the same old thing day after day, change it up with a Pizza Hut buffet. You can try a variety of different pizzas on the buffet, not to mention the salads, breadsticks, pasta, and even dessert pizza and Cinesticks. Add some variety to your lunch hour. The Pizza Hut Buffet. It's affordable and quick. Pizza Hut, with 2 locations with delivery in Dodge City and Garden City, 1 location with delivery in Scott City and Ulysses, and 1 location in Hugoton.
How long should your dreams live?
Long enough to pay off the house.
Long enough to send the kids to college.
Your dreams should live forever. So help protect them with American Family Life Insurance. Use our online life needs calculator at amfam.com and call your local agent to find out how much coverage is right for you and your family. Your dream is out there. Go get it. We'll protect it. American Family Insurance. Life insurance underwritten by American Family Life Insurance Company. Home office, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact Neil Hawley Agency in Garden City, 108 West Kansas Avenue, and in Scott City, Thursday mornings located at the post office.
Glad to be back here at Jack Sports Grill, more of our spatial feature. And the cars are displayed out front here in front of Jack's. We've got, I believe, 2 junior sprints out there right now that if you drive by Jack Sports Grill, take a look at the cars, a race out here at the Garden City Airport Raceway. Again, Sean Kneeland here with us and part of the staff, the committee that is operating the Speedway out there on this 2012 season. We're joined now by the 2 young guys that their dad has joined us, Andrew Maddox here, and also the builder of the cars of those 2. And the guys drive the junior sprints. And so let's kick it right over to Andrew real quickly and talk about those 2 cars that you built for your young guys. And driving like he stole it, huh?
Yeah, Bryce, he's quite the character. All 3 cars that I have are Sherpa-built chassis here by Kurt Osborne in Garden City. They started building them a long time ago. we stumbled across them from some guys in Liberal that had them. Picked them up, got the boys started racing, and Jason Martin did most of the updates to those two cars, and the third card I have, we pretty much redid it from the ground up. Motor-wise, I run 5-horse Briggs motors on alcohol. Horsepower-wise, I'm not really sure. But they're quite the cars, full harness in them, helmets, fire suits, gloves, neck brace, arm restraints, whole 9 yards.
Now, just because you had the drive for racing, the guys took that fever too as well?
Apparently so. I've always liked dirt track racing. We've been going out there for since I was about Braedon's age. Watching the guys run, I've become friends with quite a few of them. In fact, that's where the boys' numbers come from. Is Braedon's 44 after Ross Porter, and Bryce is 41 after Scott Reimer. So,
okay. Wow. You know, Jerry, with those cars sitting out there, I'd say that you and I have a grudge match right now. Run out there, and the first one that we can take the seat out, and the first one that can fit in it and drive.
That's what I was going to say. We couldn't fit in that car.
We'll just declare the winner. We'll take $1,000. Of course, I will donate maybe 10% of it back. Keep the other. You can donate the rest of it. This is a great event. And when I sit there thinking about this, Sean, I mean, what you guys are doing, and who's singing the national anthem? I know Jerry and I are busy Friday night. Saturday night. We were hoping
we're busy Saturday too as well.
Well, we could be racing back by then if you want to put it that way.
Well, I don't think you'll make the national anthem.
And do a duet though. But no, you guys have really come up with a great scheme here too. I think it's a great deal. I've talked to talking to Terry Johnson about it here not too long ago. Also, that you guys, like I said, this is going to be a great thing. I hope you have a great turnout. Looks like the weather already looking down the line. This is going to have a great night to go racing, too. How far do you want to go with the kids?
Oh, as far as they want. I don't know if we'll go to World of Outlaw, but we'll take baby steps, maybe restrictor micros, Braedon's only 9, so he's got some more time in the car. So.
I didn't get to sit there and listen quite to the whole interview. What's the goal? What do you guys want to hit on this weekend?
The goal is just to have a good time and have a good showing for Garden City. That's so important to our track at this point in time. We want to have a good show and put on a good show, give the fans a show, give the racers a good track to race on, and have a good payout. We're paying out almost $20,000 on Saturday night.
Have you been able to give some of the sponsors a shout out?
And our basic primary sponsor for this race is the Chamber of Commerce Tourism Bureau.
See, that's a great thing.
It is.
Part of the taxpayers' money coming back to help things out here too, to build up an even bigger program. I like that.
And we've got the Clarion is doing a motel rooms at a discounted rate for racing families, and it works out. They've been more than willing to help us get this purse money together and go from there. I mean, $20,000 to pay out on micro sprint racing and on Saturday night. That's a lot of money to be paying out.
It absolutely is. That's a big chunk of money to pay out on the.
What time do the gates open?
Gates open at 2 on Friday. Hot laps at 7. Racing starts at 7:30.
Okay. All right.
It's $10 for adults and $8 for 12 and under.
Okay. Name the 2 fallen racers again that this race was.
This goes to tribute all fallen racers.
Okay.
We do have some local fallen racers. Lanny Harvey, he's a lot of people know him, around, and I think this is where everything started with this fallen racers. We did lose another driver that drove here locally about 2 months ago. Michael Davidson from down in Amarillo. Him and his dad come up quite a bit. I know his dad will be here for the race, and they're bringing up a lot of guys from Amarillo, in memory of his death here 2 months ago.
All right, guys, we're just about out of time here. Thank you very much for coming in tonight, Sean Kneeland, and talking about the Fallen Racers Memorial program this Friday and Saturday out at the Garden City Raceway. And again, all on Friday and Saturday. You don't want to miss the 2 big day show. And, Andrew, thank you very much for bringing the boys in here and getting involved in racing and getting their blood stirred up about this and going. Certainly hopefully they take it all the way to wherever they want to take it here. But thanks for being on the show tonight.
Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks for having the guys on here as well. All right, and also thanks as well to Ken Seirer for being here, one of the drivers in that A-Class micro sprint division to boot. We'll take take the break. We'll be back, and we're going to be getting involved with the Busters Coaches Show now, talking about